Welcome to episode 5 of this Let's Play series. Welcome to the Das Tactic Extra channel. This is where this video and the rest of the series will be placed. So this is my collection for series, essentially. Once we get past about sort of like 5 or 6 different episodes, they'll end up sort of back over here, which just helps me keep the algorithm sort of fairly strong for my main channel. But please consider subscribing and still actually sort of getting activity over on this channel. I do want to grow this channel as well and sort of get it so that it can be monetized. At time of recording, it's not monetized, but I would like to get that there. It just doesn't have quite enough viewership. I should get there fairly quickly though, I think. So anyway, let's race forward with this. We've got the where are we up to? We're trying to kill off this space dragon offspring, which is just sort of like a smallish space dragon. It's a baby of the space dragon back over here. We need to kill this as well, but this is much, much more powerful than this one. We've almost got enough to be able to then take this one on. We've got 1 destroyer and 1 frigate at the moment, and we've got 9 turns. We've got the missile cruiser coming. We've just taken over the Rastia 3, or not taken over, but we've settled into the Rastia system. So I'm thinking, I've got 15 turns before we start to get the pops sort of coming through there. I might even change this so that we end up going less for this, and we just go more for the, it's 40 turns. Actually, maybe I do leave it down there a little bit. I wouldn't mind trying to get the actual, like the numbers fairly healthy. Maybe, look, it's the closest I can go is 11 turns. I'm looking up through here. 13's not super bad. Look, I'll leave it in the middle. I'll just leave it in the middle. Why not? All right, so we'll end our turn here. So colony was just established there, and we're trying to get the robotic factory built in through that side. So we'll eventually build this one up. This is an incredibly good planet that we actually just settled. We've got everything. Everything is good for us. Heavy gravity and ultra rich is going to mean it's going to be an absolute powerhouse when we get there. We've got a governor on its way there. Okay. So we've got rival settlement report. So you discovered a neutron star in sector F3, back over through here. So we're just discovering bits and pieces. We'll just go next turn there, I guess. Actually, what do we know about that one? Yeah, nothing much really. Nothing much, actually. Rival. Okay, it's okay. So Sol has now settled into here. They've got control of whatever's in around that particular location. We'll just go next turn. These guys have now settled into there. I do want to get rid of them. They're certainly leading the game. We're going to have to take the war to them, I think, at some point. We've now got the transporter room. I do want to put that onto the ships that have got leaders. That will be fairly important. Okay, so we've now got research. Actually, we've got exploration to start with. Let's just go more up this way. Okay, and we've got another one as well. Okay, so we'll just go back down this way. Research in through here. So unfortunately, the leading player is now taking things that I would like to have kept for myself. The fusion drive will then give me even more speed. Now, that's not a bad one for us to go for, I think, at this point in time. I could go with even smaller weaponry. Like I've got the beam accelerators. Plus 10% beam damage per source of helium-3. That's not bad. That is not bad. We've got the Imperial Garrison as well. I could actually bypass the Marine Garrison altogether and just go with Imperials. I think we might go that way. Or we can go the shielding, get even higher levels of shielding, or the titanium armor. It's all good stuff. The beam accelerators, I might just do that. It's 18 turns for that one. This is 17 turns, so it's about the same, really. Let's just go that way for now. Just get the weapons. Okay. Source of dark matter has been found in the Thayuga system. Actually, this one we've just found this. Okay, so this is actually very, very good for us. These are all fairly small. We've got one large, one medium, and 2 smalls, but we do actually have dark matter sources back in through here with some good research bonuses as well. So we'll need to get a heap of different sorts of freighter fleets, as well as more sources, like with different ships. Once we get this star base and get rid of this little guy over here. Okay, let's just go next turn. colonization event on Rastia 3. So, Emperor, I regret to inform you that the opening ceremony for Rastia 3 was interrupted by a public brawl. The source of the trouble was two well-known mercenary leaders, a former colony governor and a starship general, one who had attended the ceremony. Their encounter began cordially enough, but after a few rounds of drinks and bragging, they ended up coming to blows over which of them would be the first to receive an offer from our distinguished empire. Now the two of them are cooling off in Rastia 3's jail, and the colony has turned to you for guidance. What should we do? So we need to use another. We could indeed use another governor. So bring Rakia 6's mother to me at once for a formal offer. So one colony governor approaches the empire. We have more need for fleet officers right now. It's Tamara Adams, the doc, who will get the offer. Whereas as though either of these jackasses has any place in our empire. Find them for the public disturbance they have caused and cram them into the first transport off world. So plus 150 to empire reserves, which wouldn't be bad. Another starship leader, Tamara Adams. Maybe that one. I don't think I need another colony governor. Let's go this way. We're going to be building more ships, so let's just do that. So we now have Tamara Adams, the doc. Wow. Okay, wow. Yes, we'll definitely go and get this one right away. So accept, you're in. She's a genius. She's also got a trusting trait. She can also command cruisers. So this is exactly what we want, because we don't have anyone that can actually command the cruiser we're going to be sending out. She's perfect, so we'll accept her. Nowhere to put her just yet, so we'll leave her alone. Now we have the Drugal Kingdom have declared war on the Human Federation. So the Drugals are... Which one are they? Yeah, so the Dragul system back and through there. So this one is not at war with anyone. These two are now at war. Doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. Let's just go next turn. Until we get to about turn 100, we don't have to sort of really worry too much about stuff. We can, we can sort of just manage different bits and pieces. But we should be able to really ramp things up with these two sources of dark matter that we actually have. Now we've just got the space culture perk. Plus one culture perk per pop in the Empire, and plus 100% credits from tourism, which we're not really using. I think we might go this way, plus 50% production from asteroid production exploitations. We're going to be using that a lot fairly soon. Let's just go that way. All right, leader. So this one here offers to join you for 200. We can't afford it, so maybe later. Greedy, I don't really want that one. Okay, so next turn. Now this is down to just, like, they've only got the one planet, so that can be a problem. You can see that there are the others are much more advanced than what we are, but we'll be building up ships fairly soon, and I think we take this guy on and sort of destroy. Like we'll get everything established first. We're still a long way off with this one. Still got 4 turns before we get some interesting things back and through here. Let's just keep it going. Okay, diplomacy request pending. The Palestine Assembly says that you have a small favour they ask from you. So it's only fair that you pay 25% tribute for 30 turns. No. Goodbye. So their fleet is low, which is interesting. Okay, well, we're going to have the missile cruiser in 3. It's not going to be ideal for taking on the actual AIs. It'll be good against these monsters. And I do want to clear out these monsters. So back in through here, let's just go and keep on looking in the middle here. Okay, we'll explore another one down through here. Let's just go this way. And we'll just end our turn. So everything else has now been done. By the way, I'm actually recording during my normal work time, and I'm sort of anticipating phone calls. So I will apologise in advance if I do get called away. All right, so 2 more turns before we get the missile cruiser. We'll end our turn here. Seeing ships now coming back down. Don't know what those ships are. We'll just keep things sort of thumping along here for a little bit. So 1 more turn, we get the missile cruiser. Okay, so this is now attacking our orbital station. We have fusion beams and things like this. So if we just go to combat, this may actually sort the problem out for us anyway. I think that this will be stronger than the offspring. So we'll just go to combat and we'll just sort of see what actually happens here. So this thing has got fusion beams, which can actually hit this thing fairly well. This thing's only got 50 structural damage. Now, we have these are preset. We can't change these. Firing arc is 360 degrees for all of these different things. This is the heavy mount. We have a smallish mount which can't reach this thing just yet. And we have a point defense, six of them at point defense. And we actually have 3 Polaris missiles as well. So let's just go across. First of all, attack it with that one. That's gotten rid of a lot of it. And these have also now been attacked as well. So there's nothing much else. We can scan this thing, just have a look and just double check. Once we've got it scanned, we can then see what damage is then done to this. So we'll end our turn there. Do the same thing again. Another 24. And we're launching the missiles yet again. Okay, end our turn. Now we did some damage. They've hit our shields, but it didn't actually do much. So we'll keep on just charging away at this particular thing. I can rotate, which is interesting. So I can actually rotate this thing around if I have to. This should be the last of our missiles, I think. Right. So this thing is, you can see it's no longer got any firepower. These have all been nullified, and we're going to actually kill this thing off before we have to even use the other ship. It's a shame. I wouldn't have minded using the ship just to see if it's viable against the bigger space dragons. I mean, this one was fairly easily handled at the end of the day. So let's just end the turn here. There we go. Destroyed. Destroyed. Okay, so monster. Yep, that was all good. Done. So, yeah, we've done well there. All right, so that now opens this one back up, and now we're going to have really good production back at Finn. Good stuff. Okay, that baby dragon has now been destroyed. We've got nothing being built at Dazbot 1, and so what I'd like to do here, there's our, I love this, how it's sort of building the different bits and pieces. There's our space elevator. And we've just gotten ourselves the new cruiser. I'm tempted to get a second one of those. I can certainly afford it. I've got like a heap left over through here. There's a few things I want to change with the design. Let's just go out for a second. We'll have a quick look at at our leaders. But one that's unassigned, let's just move that one across to the cruiser because she can control that one. She's going to get there in 5 turns. Might grab a second one of those, or we might start to get other things. We could always just go in with what we have. The designs that we have available at the moment, if we have a quick look and see where we are, the needs a frigate. I'm not going to worry about the transporter room or the battle pods at this stage, I don't think, although we do have a lot of space. I've only got the one element. If we go and get battle pods, that gives us 47 to pop in there. Just get as fast as we can there. Get the structural points up. So I can get them to say 10, which is going to sort of double what they were. The shield strength. That's fine. We'll just leave them all the way around. 39 space available. I wouldn't mind getting like a long range attack. Like if I go with the fusion beam, I can actually pop that one on there. I've still got 12 points, but I can only get the one of them. It'll do a little bit of damage there at long range. If I get rid of that one and put in the laser at long range, I can get 2 of them, which will still do less damage, so from 6 to 12. So I'm better off going the fusion beam. Actually, no, it's better for me to go with the other. Okay, let's do that in that case. So we'll just go across and grab ourselves the lasers, and we'll get 2 of those long range. We have auto fire, which I can't use that one. Yeah, we're down to 0 space. This actually uses up everything. So this is actually okay, and I'll keep it forward facing. I think that's fine. In fact, if I change it, it will then change this one a bit too much. So we'll keep that one there with the 2 lasers doing that sort of damage. So we'll actually we'll save those changes. And the talisman as well. I want to get. I've got 6 space available. I do want the transporter room on this one because I'm going to have leadership on this particular craft. the battle pods just to take that one up. We've got the long-range fusion beams in through here, so we'll save these changes. And then we'll go to the missile cruiser as well. We've got battle pods, transporter room. Oh, it's a bit too much. I think I'm going to have to risk this without actually having that. I think it's more important that we get as much Polaris missiles on here as possible. So we'll leave that one where that is. Is that going to be enough? I sure want to exit discarding all changes in this design. I'll just go yes. Sorry, my dogs are barking away upstairs. Okay, I've just gone and checked. There was an enemy cat in the front yard. Anyway, just the neighbour's cat was over sort of in the garden. All right, okay, so we've got this one as well, which I can't really do much with that one, so I'll leave that one alone. I think that we've got what we need through here with all of the 8 Polaris missiles that we have with the 5 ammo. Let's just go back to Dazbot where we're not building anything at this point in time. Hang on. No, I clicked on the wrong thing there. Just want to go and click on this one here. So if we have a look at the refitting that we actually have, so we've got the cruiser. This one has got the 8 Polaris missiles, so that one's fine. This destroyer, we're going to go and upgrade this one. So we'll upgrade this one across. We've got leadership coming to all of these, so we'll just move this one across where we can get the transporter room and the battle pods. Transporter room just saves the leader if they do happen to die. And then we have the Nisa frigate back in through here as well. So we'll just refit and get the small frigate. So this one's going to then go from no shielding to high shielding. So we'll go that way and done, I think. So we've got those two coming. Now the refitting here is going to be 4 turns away, which is going to be perfect. So that's going to work out fairly well. And I think after that we'll just get ourselves a combination of outpost ships and freighter fleets. Just get a few of them. And then we'll go after some of the other forces that are around the place. Okay, so yep, we've done the space battle. Everything else is looking good. Okay, awesome. This is now we're doing another outpost ship in through at Fin 1. We've got the space elevator. We can now afford to get that. So let's go and get that one first. That way we can start to produce ships here fairly readily. Let's just go next turn. Okay, and refit finished in the colony. So that's the Nezra is now been refitted. New sector. Let's go this way, I think. Space elevator completed. That's good. And then we've got an outpost ship coming in 10 turns. So this is still going a lot slower than the others. Now we're refitting the talisman. As soon as that's done, we should then be ready to go after this guy up here. Grab another one of these. Okay, we've now got 11 pops at the Dazbot colony. It's up to 16, so everything will just keep on sort of thumping along here. Now we've got the refit is coming in 1 turn. If I start to move this thing back, it's still 1 turn. The outpost thing is going to be a little bit lower, so let's just center that, just so we can start to get more infrastructure again. Next turn. Now they keep on coming down here, which I'm not happy with. Now we have infrastructure specialization for Finn, so we're going to keep on going with spaceships. All right, and refit finished in colony for Dazbot. That's okay. The talisman. So our fleet is now ready to go. A little bit risky. I've got 1 turn before this one comes, but if I send it off this way now, that'll get there in 2 turns, was it? Actually, I didn't get to see. I think it's 2 turns. Anyway, I don't mind if the other leader isn't quite with them. I definitely don't want to lose any of these ships because I've got leadership on every single one of those ships. Now we're going to be able to then check out the ruins as well after we do this, as long as we get the kill, and we have to get the kill with the cruiser. That's pretty much a given. Next turn. Yep. So we're now going to have everything set up. We've got beam accelerators now as well. That's just going to happen automatically for us. We've got two sources of helium, so it's going to make our beams a bit stronger on that destroyer and on the frigates as well. Diplomatic action. Pay a stream. No, we're not going to be doing that stuff. Leader approaches. So we've got Daisy Blossom, which is administrator. So a fairly good colony leader, actually. I don't have any colonies for it though, so I'm just going to go maybe later. Explore. Let's go back down into this corner. Research. We've just got the beam accelerators. Now if I go for the quantum missile, it's going to then allow me to get the bigger Polaris missile. The graviton flux is a what is that one? What actually is it? This is a beam weapon. It's a ship component. Yeah, weapon type beam. This is weapon type beam. I could bypass the neutron beam altogether. The phaser is also a heavy beam weapon. Let's have a look at this one. Let's go for that one. It's going to be 20 turns before we can get that. Or is there other things we want to get? Probably the Imperial Garrison. Let's just go that way. That way we're going to be able to start to get some protection on the planets. And we're then going to be able to put garrisons down as well. So that'll help us. And we're going to be able to then start to assault the different planets that are around the place. Right, next turn. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to get interesting. So we've got leadership on every single one of these. We've got to be very, very careful with what we do. So we just go to combat. We want to do as much damage to this thing and try to get it to a point where we damage its ability to fight back. So we just go to combat. Now it's a fair way away. This is good for us. Now we have the craft. This is where I don't like what I've got to do here. I can move this one up to here. So this is my big cruiser. Let's just move that to there. I've still got one more move here. So I'll fire those missiles off at that one. And I want to move away completely from this particular creature. That gets rid of that one. Okay, so that one's now under control. We have this one as well. So I can move up to there. Now, actually, I need to face this thing, actually. So I need to just stay where I am with this particular craft. Now, we've got to get through 150 of these. Well, I'm not going to move this, so I can afford to scan this because this is now inside the range of my weaponry. So let's scan this thing. So we've got the dragon fire. So they've got a turn or two before they get close enough to start to do damage. We've got 23 protection there. 10 armor, so the armor is pretty poor, but then we have 20 structural, so I can take one shot basically from this thing. Missed. Okay, then this thing over here. I can hit this one as well with what we actually have. So I'm going to strike it. There we go, we did 10 damage, that's good. And we'll just start to move this one down and around this as well. Okay, we'll end our turn there. It's coming after this guy, so I'm going to fire and miss again. Let's just move this one up and away. Just keep on firing these missiles. And we want to be then facing this particular craft, this beast again. Okay, another 5 taken off it. We're getting close where it's going to have a shot, at least at this thing here. It could kill this thing in one shot. I've got to be a bit careful. I'm hoping that my dodge abilities will actually sort of work in my favour here. This is Vuz to Jaz is in truth this one. It does give only a little bit of defence. Let's hope that it's going to be enough. We've got 140 defence, so there's a chance we can I'm sort of going to be relying on being able to zip out of its way. Now, we're going to have to be very, very careful here. Missile cruiser. Now, we've done a bit of damage to its structure. Sorry, to its outer hull. Let's just keep it going here. I'm going to keep that one sort of floating around. Now, how are we going? We actually did okay against that particular craft. So let's just go now and move this one around. Just get a little bit more damage done. And so it looks like they're going to go after this guy. Let's just allow one more shot to come in there. Have to be a little bit careful. We're going to take it on that particular shield. Another 10. That was good going. Good going. We're down to 52 now. Let's move this one in behind. What's it got there? It's Dragon Fire. We're just on the outside edge of what it can actually do. So this is actually good for me. Just stay down there and turn. Now we're hitting it. We're now getting damage, and we've actually now brought down all of its weaponry. So these are all now broken. So the current status is now broken. Solar wings are also looked to be broken as well. So it can no longer move. It's stuck where it is, which means that we can now start to rotate this thing around. And I'll just do the rotation and just move it so that it actually ends up rotating clockwise, which then lets me face this thing and do another 10 and 9 respectively to what we have to the structure. So it's not going to be able to do anything. Its attack and defense is basically 0 at this point in time. Still got 2 more missile shots from here. It can't defend itself anymore, so it's essentially dead. Let's just move that one up. I don't think we've got the... Oh yeah, we do have the angle there, but let's get in nice and close. Just keep on doing damage. Nice work, team. Nice work. Okay, so we'll end our turn here. Yeah, it's trying to move, but it's really not going to be able to do much at all. It's down to 78 and 24. We've got one more shot with the Polaris missile, so this has actually worked out okay. There's the last shot, and that's it now for that particular grouping. Okay, we're going to have this thing destroyed, just with the other ships. They can finish it off. Nicely done here. End turn. There we go. Okay, so we killed that one. No problem whatsoever. All that stress for nothing. Now we actually have the ability, we've got Emperor. I'm afraid that I have bad news. A rival PSYOPs agent from an unknown empire has successfully approached and manipulated Lord Matt Josh's opinion of the empire. The leader has told lies about us, and as a result, the leader's opinion has dropped to 0. I'm not sure who that is. It's not one of these, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it is this one here. Okay. Well, that's not good. That's not good. That's on the destroyer. So we need to be careful of that. Yeah, we need to be very careful. We have possible to explore ruins at Ophi. Let's go and do that one. So we've got ruins in through here. Can explore the ruins. So Lord Matt Josh and your away team approaches the solitary ancient ruins. They prepared to investigate after receiving additional specialized equipment. The team observed evidence of deliberate and careful planned destruction as they surveyed the many structures comprising the battered complex. Arriving at a large domed structure, the team enter inside where they discover several columns inscribed with alien hieroglyphs giving information on the Shusi nearby system. Okay, done. Now, this is the Ophi system. So we've got the diamond crust here, and I do want to settle this, even though it's not a fantastic planet. We do get plus 40, which I might have to just increase my tax a little bit here, just to sort of make sure that we stay on top of this. So we will be wanting to grab this system as well as a settlement. We get level ups with a few of the guys. So this one here is now leveled up. So going to level, I think we might go and get more defense on this one. And we've got PSYOPs or Explorer. Okay, I'm going to go with the Explorer just to look for, so when we find other ruins, we'll then be able to use this one to go explore those. This is on the Destroyer. Wouldn't mind getting the command skills up a little bit. Ultimately, so it can also get onto a cruiser. Yep, at the moment it's just gone from to destroyer to destroyer. That's okay. We'll eventually get there. We have an expert one, so 30% chance of finding useful in ruins. Maybe we go that way as well. So we'll have a couple of them that can do the ruins exploration. Now we've got the Juicy system. What did we find there? Nothing much. It is ultra rich, but that's not really going to help us at all. There's nothing over here at Hodorth either. No, that's okay. A full remote exploration achieved on this Juicy system. That's okay. That we got that through the ruins, which I think we already had. Something found in the ruins. There we go. Population increase at Rastia 2. We've now got 2 pops over there. And yeah, that's the bad news that we actually had. So we'll just go next turn. In fact, we're just out of time here. So I don't need to stay here. Like I'm sort of confident that I'll be able to sort of keep hold of that one. Now that we know what our guys can do, let's go and destroy this thing as well. Actually, why can't we do that? I can't. Because see how I would be going through this dark nebula. So what we can do is we can go back to here and then come through this side, I think. Or I can just go across, or maybe able to just scoot underneath it by going to here or bouncing off the bottom and going up through. This is a complete block to anything coming from this way, which is sort of interesting. Okay, so we just go next turn. Actually, I'll better end this episode here, guys. So thanks for watching. I will catch you next time.